Technology doesn't always do what it woulda, coulda, or should have, and we understand that. It's happened recently. I won't go into it. We all read the newspapers about where there's problems, and I don't think anybody's against technology. Technology, good, but there are problems, and so I've said about the HFTs, the guys that I know people don't like. I term cheetahs because they're so fast, but I've talked about them and the need for us to, as a pedestrian first step, to have regulation, and both HFTs and ASTs, that now they're not even on our radar screen unless they're large enough to already be included under something else, but they're not all large enough. So as a pedestrian first step, I think we need to register them. What a concept. Put them on our radar screen. But I also think that we need to look at testing that you guys have talked about in the past, Tax talked about, I've talked about. Testing the programs before they're engaged in the production environment. Most of the big HFTs do this anyway. We just don't want one out there that could mess things up. Two, that we have kill switches in case the programs go feral. Now with circuit breakers and more harmonized circuit breakers, not totally harmonized circuit breakers, there's less of a need for those kill switches, but they're still important to have kill switches, as the flash crash demonstrated. And we also, I think, need to deal with these wash trades. A lot of the conversation about, they're cross trades. Well, they're wash trades, and they're illegal. And we've sort of just accepted them once in a while. That, these things, they just happen to bump into each other. The chairman's program and my program, they just sort of happen to hit. Well, you know what? The reason wash trades are illegal is because they can manipulate markets. Or if you're in the market maker program and you're an HFT or an HFT, you could just be trading with yourself while you're collecting the cash from the VIG from the market maker program. So I'm not saying people are doing that, but there's a reason why wash sales are illegal. I think it needs to be stopped. The first step is to get some reporting. And the final thing that I believe, and I'm interested in hearing your views in an appropriate point, is that the head of the pride, the head of the cheetah, needs to be held accountable. That we've had too many of these things. We've seen them on a number of issues. I won't get into which they are, but where it's a sort of a he said, she said accountability. Enough of that. We're doing a lot of that in our rules on compliance, on internal business conduct standards. And somebody's got to sign on a dotted line. So with these reports on wash sales, I think we need to do that too. Anyway, thanks again to Commissioner O'Malley and all my colleagues, but you've done a super job, Scott, and thank you and your staff. Thanks.